In 1994, I was living in Southern California on staff full-time at a church there in Irvine, and there was a group of people here in Boulder, about 10 to 12 families, who were looking for a pastor to come out and lead them. And after a few months of talking and candidating, I moved my family out here in May. We merged with another church in 1996. We were called Day Spring Christian Fellowship back then, and we changed our name to Cornerstone Church. That's when we really had our start in 1996. We're meeting at Burbank Middle School. After about the 5th year, I remember thinking and talking to Andrea that I was getting tired of schlepping all the equipment in every Sunday, and I said, I don't know how much longer I can do this. I don't want to leave, but something has to change. And of course she said, have you prayed about it? In 1999, another Baptist church, Southern Hills Baptist Church, which was meeting in this facility that we're in right now, approached us because they, back in the 70s and 80s, they were a pretty happening church, but they had a couple of church splits and had dwindled themselves down to 6 people. The church was in need of a lot of repair, and so they contacted us through a mutual friend to see if we would come and lease the facility, and we began to have some discussions. At the end of those discussions, something amazing happened. Instead of leasing the building to us, they felt so compelled. They handed us the title of the building, which was free and clear, and they said, here, it's yours.
Wow.
Yeah. Go ahead and do what you can in the city of Boulder with it.
Wow.
That's an amazing story. One of the things that really helped us was we began to realize that we weren't really impacting the city in any way. That there was a lot of needs in the city, and we were just really ingrown. And everything we did was in these walls of the church. And so we began to look at how can we meet the needs of the city? How can we do things in such a way that in 10 years, the city would look at us as, we really need you to be here. We're glad you're here. We partner together, and that's really happened.
Yeah. One of the phrases that I've held on to over the years is most churches try to be the best church in the city. We've always wanted to be the best church for the city. One thing that we're really proud of is that a lot of our people here at Cornerstone have this desire and this passion and this dream and vision in them that they would make a difference in the world. And so whether it's serving here at Cornerstone with kids, or serving in our community with kids that need help with reading, or with homeless youth, or wanting to make a difference around the world. I mean, there's a reason that we've been significantly involved with human trafficking work in Mexico, the stuff that we're doing in Israel, and then all of the opportunities we have with Uganda right now. It's no coincidence that we have a lot of people wanting to participate because they have this Jesus DNA about their faith that says, my faith in some ways is about others.
So we've got a great problem, right? We've got a facility that is a little dated, needs some more repair, and we have a facility that is being used beyond its capacity.
Yeah.
And which is a great problem to have, because we could be standing around waiting for people to show up.
Right.
It's just the opposite. So what's our vision?
We believe that our next right step is what we're calling DreamBoulder, which is a facility expansion and remodel of our current building. And so the specifics of that are that we're planning on tearing down that back building, which is currently our children's wing. That's one of our oldest buildings. It needs a lot of repair anyway. And a new auditorium that will allow us to grow up to 60% is going to be put there in its place. What that allows us to do is to take some of the other space, like the room we're in right now, and use it in different ways. And so this is now going to become a really beautiful lobby that's really bright and open on Sundays, really welcoming for people.
And I'm so happy we're keeping this room the way it is. There's a lot of people, me included, who feels that this room is very magical, that the Holy Spirit shows up here. Yeah,
I think it is beautiful. But it's also a way to honor the past and all of the amazing things that have happened in this room for people. It's also planning on being a multi-use room where our students are able to use it. They get some more space, the much needed room that they need for their growing ministry. They'll be able to use this for their programming during the week. And we're really excited about getting new bathrooms. And we're gonna have more than 2 stalls.
That's great.
Yeah, it's great news. And then what we get to do with the rest of the building is the area that's the student wing and the offices now, that becomes a really great kids space. And so the kids are able to get some more functional space, whether it's a couple large group rooms and more classrooms. But our kids ministry that's really growing because there are a lot of young families here, they're gonna get about 40% more square footage to be able to handle what's happening. A new building can be exciting for some people, but it's simply meant to be a tool that allows us to do what we're doing right now in even a greater way. And it's like we're asking people to prioritize their giving and even their money and how they spend for 2 years. And we believe that will lead to 2 to 3 generations of impact. It's a significant year because we've been in this building for about 20 years. In a building that someone else paid for that they gave to us, and we were able to grow in our influence during that time.
Yeah.
And we're asking the church right now to take 2 years to help turn this place into a tool that better serves what we want to do for the next 20, so our influence can continue to increase. You know, this is really important for the city of Boulder. We haven't had a church that's been in Cornerstone's place in about 15 or 20 years. And there hasn't been a church that is able to do what we want to do right now, which is expand our capacity for ministry at the extent that we want to. And so even the other pastors in town see how we're in a unique place, now is the moment, and they're really rooting for us and cheering for us. And just excited about what God is doing for the whole city and the whole county, through all of us, but specifically what God's doing right now here at Cornerstone.